take on Carlton at the MCG. And Australia's first ever men's cricket international match at the Great Barrier Reef Arena has officially sold out. Up to 5,000 fans are set to attend, marking the return of the men's ODI to the region after more than 3 decades. Now checking FiveAA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
At Seaford, a crash to look out. 4 Grand Boulevard near Griffiths Drive. Bellevue Heights got a burst waterway and causing a few headaches. It's on Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue. Those delays as you're going down the hill. And Parafield Gardens delays easing after a crash in Port Wakefield Road near Whites Road. Camera, Eastern Road, Gilman, the Sabo. For your chance to win a Royal Adelaide Show Family Pass, purchase a jug or 2 glasses of any Coca-Cola variety at Faster Pasta to go in the draw. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FiveAA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight and more of the same tomorrow, a high of 19. Mostly sunny on Saturday, 17, and becoming cloudy on Sunday, 20. At the moment, 18. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, the latest from the Crows in the Isaac Ranken saga. A world-leading algal bloom expert jets in from the US with a potential solution to our ocean crisis using Chinese clay. See the state of an accused drink driver's car on 3 wheels through North Adelaide, and robotic surgery giving women a better chance of having a family. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is FiveAA, always Adelaide. The FiveAA Sports Show. Rowey,
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival. Yes, good afternoon on this Thursday, a massive day for football. The wait is finally over. We have a verdict. It's taken 5 excruciatingly long days to get here, but Isaac Ranken has now officially learned his fate as we come live from location. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, Isaac Ranken's got...
Hang on, mate. We'll get you on air, mate.
Timmy, am I on? Check 1, 2, 2, 2. Isaac Ranken, take it again, Sammy.
Take 2.
Well, that wasn't me that didn't turn it on. Look, he got 4. We'll get to that in greater detail, but yet we're live at the 722 Port Road, Beverley, Woodville West Torrens, Eagles Bar and Bistro. Come and join us. It is thanks to Mornteen Auto Group. They've got all their cars out on display out the yard. Grab a deal, grab a beer, grab a snitty. Timmy, welcome.
Thank you very much, Rowey. You did right. 722 Port Road. It's a great little bistro. Come on in. They serve beautiful food. It's a great area to come along and enjoy a beer with your mate. And, yeah, you're right. All the Ford Rangers out there, the Ford Kias out there, the Kias, you name it, and all underneath the Mornteen Auto Group. Fantastic people.
Great banner. But look, the big story, the massive story, and probably the biggest story to date in AFL has obviously been Isaac Ranken. The Crows have sat on the AFL suspension paper. They have negotiated as firmly and as harshly over getting Isaac Ranken's downgrade to 3 weeks. It's landed at 4. I believe everything was on the table, from some Supreme Court injunctions to, you know, arguments about all sorts. There's been a couple of things suggested, and I think you've even got the summation in the paper, Timmy, about a compelling medical submission. Yeah, that's got everyone scratching their head.
Well, the AFL statement came out, and in the 4th paragraph it says, following an investigation and submissions from Adelaide and Ranken, including compelling medical submissions, Ranken has received a 4-match sanction and has been ordered to undertake further Pride in Sport training. Now, that would suggest that they put forward medical reasons.
Yeah. And look, we'll get Tim Silvers, the CEO of Crows, on around 5:30. He's been inundated, but it's great that he's going to give us his time, so we'll get through a bit of that. Look, it's landed at 4. I don't know whether that's right. I would love 3. 4's probably right on the money. We've had siders for all of this, haven't we, in the past, from 3 weeks all the way up to 6 weeks. It's amazing because it was on the back of Eddie Maguire on Tuesday night saying this.
Isaac Ranken's season is over.
Well, it's not. His dream to play in a grand final is still alive. Now, it's alive if, and it's a big if.
It's a big if.
They can lose a final.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a cipher on this, Timmy.
Yeah, I was saying to you off air when the result came through, I said to you, gee, I've lived this almost. I said in 1988, Russell Johnson was rubbed out for 5 weeks for a bump on Carl Delena, where it was deemed that his elbow hit his head. And Russell Johnson, as you knew, you played against him.
Oh, great
He was
player.
one of the loveliest blokes and not a dirty player, but it was unfortunate. He got suspended for 5 weeks, which at the time we thought was pretty heavy penalty. So anyway, I remember Greg Phillips coming up to me at training and he said, Timmy, do you realise we're going to have to lose a game? I said, what do you mean? He said, if we don't lose a game, we'll go through and win the flag and Jono won't be there.
Oh, God.
And I said, oh, no. He said, so which one would you like to lose to me? And I said, I don't like losing. And he said, nah, we won't lose. It's just unfortunate.
And you won 5 straight, including the grand final.
And won the grand final, and Jono missed out. So it's not a great feeling, but here it could be a similar situation. So but if you lose that qualifying, he then becomes live.
But this is why we've asked, and it's a great story, because we've got Riley O'Brien on after 5. All these things will be going through Isaac's head. All these things are going through the coach's head. All these things are going through the player's head. Us fans, park us. All the emotions of that. We want Isaac to play.
They've got a controller.
Not over winning a grand final.
Correct.
I want to win the first final, straight into a home prelim, and straight into a grand final. If Isaac misses out, Isaac misses out.
And you talk about, like, pivotal players. Russell Johnson was our captain.
He was.
He was our captain. And he didn't
¡Number1
play.
and huge.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you still won it anyway. So Isaac's copped his 4-week suspension. As we said, the club batted hard. We'll get to the real detail of that because Crows fans will want to know that at 5:30 when we get Tim Silvers on. Everyone can move on now. Well, they hope they can. So what's your emotion? How is your emotion? Have you moved on? Is it the right call? Was it the only call? It's landed at 4. The AFL managed this to perfection, they'll say. a managed outcome. So how are you feeling, Crows fans? 8223 0000. We'd love you to have you say.
I tell you what, we're lucky.
It's massive.
Yeah, we're lucky being down here at 722 Port Road. It's a great venue, but we've also got the captain of the Eagles over there, Joey Sinor, mad Crows man, isn't he?
Joey! He got a bad concussion last week and he's out.
And the runner, Chad Sayers.
Hey?
I've seen him do his work. Very, very good.
Joey and Chad.
Celebrities down here, come and get your selfies and put them on the gram.
Just on this, like there's been sighters to players that have been transgressed in around this time of the year. Toby Green was fined for an eye gouge, ended up playing in the finals.
29.
He got fined, could have got a game. Braden Maynard, well, we all know that one. Played in the grand final, concussed a bloke in a prelim. Barry Hall, we know, striking, still played in the grand final. Heath Shaw, still played in the grand final. We might get back to that. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to Andrew Dillon live, the CEO of the AFL.
When an incident like this occurs, one incident is one too many, and the fact there have been multiple incidents over the last 18 months shows there is still much work to do. Players get taunted, players get provoked, but when the line is crossed, there must be accountability, and in this instance, Isaac is paying a significant price. But let me be very clear, this behaviour and language is not acceptable. I won't stand for it, and nor will our organisation or the broader industry. In light of this issue, I also want to address the recent commentary in the last couple of days around our grand final entertainment. We cannot vouch for every lyric in every song ever written or performed by any artist who has or will appear on our stage, Australian or international. But what I can say is our pre-match entertainment on grand final day will be family friendly and consistent with the audience at the MCG and those watching the broadcast. It is also important to remember that we have engaged Snoop Dogg in 2025 as the person he is today. He has spoken publicly about his past. He has changed, and today he's a grandfather, philanthropist, he helps rehabilitate youth, and he's a global entertainer who has performed at both the Super Bowl and the Olympic closing ceremony to audiences of more than 100 million people. In those environments, his performance was appropriate and well received, and his performance this year at our grand final will be fitting for the best sporting event in the country. Happy to take questions.
Andrew, did the timing of the incident, given that he's going to miss now finals, did that have any bearing on your decision to give him 4 weeks?
No. Look, a game is a game, and that was what we took into account.
So if it had happened at round 5, you'd comfortable you'd arrive at the same outcome?
Absolutely.
So why the difference? You've talked about the Jack Graham incident before. That was 5 down to 4 in some people's eyes because he self-reported. Why is it the same for Isaac?
Look, there's a range of there's a range when we look at it, and we've had a number of instances in the last couple of years, and there's been in the AFL 3, 4 and 5 match suspensions. We look at the specific instances, and in this one there were submissions made, including compelling medical submissions, that were taken into account when arriving at the sanction.
Can you talk through us? Can you talk about those medical submissions at all?
No.
Why did this whole process take so long, Andrew, in many people's eyes?
This is a really serious issue, and it's one we take seriously, and it has significant ramifications for the player and the club and the competition. We were advised by Adelaide on Sunday night. There was an investigation and interviews on Monday leading into Tuesday. Provisional determination made late Tuesday. Adelaide and Ranken were then given the ability to make submissions in relation to that provisional determination. We received them late last night. They were considered today, and we've made the determination this afternoon.
Could it have been expedited in a quicker way, do you think?
Determination. We received them late last night. They were considered today, and we've made the determination this afternoon.
Could it have been expedited in a quicker way, do you think, Andrew, in any way, shape or form?
Look, as I said before, it's serious, and there's significant price to pay, and we've taken our time, or we've got to the outcome.
What was the main factor between 5 down to 4?
It was the submissions that were made, but and it was the compelling medical submissions. But I'm not going to go into the detail.
Was the ability to potentially play again this season?
No.
Are you prepared for what grand final week will look like if he's eligible to play and they lose the qualifying final and he gets there? It'll be a circus at the airport, the grand final parade. Are you prepared for this to dominate headlines for another week?
Look, I haven't thought through that, Mitch. What we've done is had an investigation, concluded that, received submissions, assessed them, and come up with a sanction. And what will be, will be. But it's a significant sanction, and it's, as I said before, it's behaviour that's not acceptable. Isaac's admitted that. Adelaide Crows have come out and made a statement on that, and I think that's the important part here.
So last year, Will Powell gets 5 matches. Did he have the same ability to respond and submit like the Crows did? Were they given the same ability to push back like Adelaide were?
There's a provisional determination. There's the ability to make submissions in relation to those provisional determinations.
Totally understand you can't talk about the compelling medical submissions, Andrew, but you understand the average footy fan might be watching this saying, well, it feels like there might be a cloak of secrecy if we just throw an all-in into significant medical submissions that we can reduce the ban.
Well, I think what we need to look at is, as we said in our statement, is that we look at all the circumstances around each of those incidents, and they are in a range. But I think the important thing, and let's not lose sight of, one incident is one too many, and we've had multiple ones of them. So I don't want to be in a position where we can compare these going forward. And I think that's the bit that we want to focus on.
You referenced in your statement that you've still got a lot of work to do, given that we've had, was it 5 or 6 incidents since 18 months ago. Are you worried about that? Because you can't control as a league everything that gets said on the field. But given you've had so many, you worried that the message isn't getting through to players?
Well, I think what we have to do is continue to educate the players. We need to continue to work with the playing group on this. And I think, as I said, players get taunted, players get provoked, but there is a line, and that line has been crossed too many times.
How frustrated are you as the CEO of the AFL? This seems like a key pillar of yours that you've come into power and you wanted to crack down on this. How frustrated are you with the number of incidents that there have been?
Oh, look, I think this has been a key pillar of what the AFL's been about for long before my time here, and we've led the way on that. So it is disappointing. It's really disappointing. It's unacceptable and it's not good enough. And we want to work with the playing group though to eradicate it.
This sort of first got momentum after Jeremy Finlayson and Will Powell. Every time the AFL speaks, it talks about more education for players. How much more education will the players have done in 2025 than they would have done leading into 2024? Like, have you got tangible evidence on how much education they've actually done?
Different education modules have been put in place, Mitch. But
AFL CEO Andrew Dillon there. Crows supporters, footy supporters, how has this landed for you? 82230000. He talked about provisional determinations. That's probably why it took so long. There were submissions by the Crows, which other clubs weren't afforded the offer to. They did because it's probably close to the finals. But just a couple of pickups for me, Timmy. I don't know where you stand with it, but I'm sorry, Andrew. Don't paint Snoop Dogg as a saint. I mean, he's a convicted felon. He's a drug user. He's a misogynistic, insert swear word here. It's double standards. Any way you want to twist this, it's double standards. The other thing to come out of it, compelling medical submissions that we won't see the light of day of, but the Crows have put that as a case, as a defence on behalf of Isaac.
Correct.
So there's a lot of things to chew through there. 8223 0000. The teams will drop. We'll get to that. We're going to take a break. But how's this landed for you? You've just heard the AFL CEO, Andrew Dillon. I must admit, I'm in shock.
Yeah, there's a little bit to wade through, so your opinions are welcome. Straight after the break, we'll speak to Tim Silvers tonight at 5:30. Riley O'Brien will be with us live. We'll have the teams and FiveAA locker room tickets as well to give away tonight. But your calls next. We're live at the 722 Bar and Bistro here on Port Road, 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FiveAA Sports Show.
If you want to know what's going on at the Port Adelaide Football Club, listen in to the FiveAA Sports Show. Each week, Rowey and Timmy G chat with the players and coaches in the know. Thanks to Sharman Shelving. Sharman have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
City Discount Tires. Get saving this month at City Discount Tires. Grab 3 Falcon Zig ZE 310R passenger car tyres and get the 4th tyre absolutely free. Experience top-notch performance with exceptional grip on both wet and dry surfaces. Steer your way to citydiscounttires.com.au for even more great deals. City Discount Tires. We're driven by value.
City Discount Tires. Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750. Or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450. Or $1,000 will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tiles store near you or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
Crowey's Paints, best in market. Nobody knows Crowey's Paints like their stars, their staff.
Nah, nobody.
Nobody. It doesn't matter what you're painting or staining. You'll only ever get quality paint and quality advice, whether it's a chair, a wall, a house, I don't know, timber, metal, tile, steel. They do wallpaper, render. Does it need to be undercoated? Yes, it does.
Yeah, you might feel like you're in an interview process, but that's because they're professionals.
That's exactly right. And if you don't need to take notes, they'll hand you an A4 bit of paper.
There it is.
Sand it, dust it, undercoat it, paint it, bang.
Here's all the gear.
And here's all the gear at a great quality price. Love this company. Visit Crowey's Paints. There's a store near you. Premium paint, premium quality. They're the best team. Crowey'sPaints.com.au.
Harris Scarf Spring Sale is on now. Save 30 to 60% off cookware and kitchenware, plus save 30 to 50% off air fryers by Smith & Noble. Hurry, sale ends soon. Exclusions apply. Harris Scarf, great brands, great prices.
Right now at Formula Honda, drive away in the CR-V Hybrid 24 build from $56,900 or the Honda ZR-V Hybrid 24 build from $51,900. That's a price reduction of $3,000. Plus, get 8 years unlimited kilometre warranty and roadside assist across the entire SUV range. But you'd better hurry. These offers are only available until September 30. T's and C's apply. Test drive at Formula Honda today. Glen Osmond Road, Glen Osmond or North East Road, Modbury.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Willington. Understaffing in our hospitals is harming you and me. We urgently need a workforce plan to identify the right number of doctors for each of our hospitals and health services. And we need fair wages and conditions to attract and keep doctors so you can access care when you need it. Help make our health system safer for you and safer for me. Visit safermedicalstaffing.com.au. Authorised by Dr. Laura Willington, President, South Australian Salaried Medical Officers Association, Adelaide.
The FiveAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
22 minutes after 4. So it's all about your calls on the back of Isaac Ranken. 4 games and cited compelling medical submissions. Where does it sit for you? 8223 0000. Let's check your traffic first for Rossdale Homes. SA's most trusted. Custom design, fixed pricing and a total peace of mind because trust is a must.
Afternoon, a few bingles to look out for today. One at Woodville, Port Road near Oval Avenue. Another one at Woodcroft, Pimpala Road near Furiosa Drive. Another smash at Seaford Grand Boulevard near Griffiths Drive. First water main to look out for at Bellevue Heights, Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue. with cameras Brooker Terrace, Richmond and Crittenden Road at Findon. Found a lower price elsewhere? Liquorland will match it with their price match promise. Offer redeemable on in-store purchases only. Limits and T's and C's apply. 18 plus only. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Let's get back to your calls, 8223 0000.
Let's go to Barney at Kidman Park. G'day, Barney.
G'day, guys. How are you? All right?
All right. We got a decision.
Yeah, you there, guys?
Yeah, we got
weeks,
you, mate. We got a decision. Barney, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I just think it's just an absolute joke. You tell me what law in the world you actually get more for a verbal assault than what you do for a physical assault.
Well, that's the AFL, Barney, and that's where it's landed. And you heard AFL CEO Andrew Dillon, they're not going to tolerate it. And there's been 6 cases, and he's had enough. And poor old Isaac's copped it right between the eyes. Well, not poor old, he's done wrong. Let's get that right. Because I know all the do-gooders are ringing, oh, Rowey, you support him. No, I'm not. His actions were bad, but let's support the kid. Hello there, Mary.
How are you guys?
Hi, Mary.
Hi. Now, what's the drug policy in the AFL?
Well, first strike, nothing. Second strike, nothing. And third strike, basically nothing. You know what? You could go and do a scoop-de-doo, what's this, Snoop Dogg rooster, smoke marijuana till the cows come home and nothing happens to you, Mary.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So you're better off taking drugs. At least you don't get penalty. You say one bloody word and you're out.
Yep, that's it, Mary, and that's where we land.
That's it. Thank you, Mary. Let's go to George. Hey, George, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, how you going, gentlemen? Great show. Why don't we turn this into a positive? Why don't every Crows fan that's going to the final next week buy a Ranken top, wear it that night. Let's get some positive energy going. Support him, support the club. We all know the hypocrisy. We all know this is wrong. We all know that the penalty doesn't fit the crime. Let's make it positive. What do you think of that, guys?
Oh, look, you know what? He has transgressed. He's copped it sweet. He'll move on. Hopefully the Crows get through to a grand final, and with a bit of luck he might play. But look, I just want now, and we've got Rolly O'Brien on at 5. How's this going to impact them? Now they've got a finale or a finish or a sanction.
They know where they are.
How's it affected their psyche? Because the club's bigger than one player, and I get where you're coming from. We feel for the kid, but he did stuff up. This is now about this group galvanising, pulling together, lifting the rope more and pulling it harder, because he is a massive out. He is a... If you would have said to me, one bloke's going to transgress before the finals and he'll be out for
you wouldn't want...
I'd say, please make it not Isaac.
Yeah.
Well, it is bloody Isaac. Here's where we've landed.
Let's go to Craig. Hey, Craig.
Compelling medical evidence. I'm
Submission.
Scratching the depths of my brain, and I can normally read between the lines with the AFL when they come out with their sort of nonsensical answers. But what on God's green earth is compelling medical evidence? I'm stumped.
Yes. So, Craig, it would have come from Adelaide and Isaac, and they would have said...
he has this
something
infliction.
Correct.
He has this condition.
Correct. And this and that...
And this leads him to do
perhaps
X.
behave like this.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to make light of Tourette's.
So, Craig, it came...
I don't want to make light of... You've got a player in your club...
That's right, who has Tourette's.
Who has Tourette's.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, if that was a medical condition, you go, I get that.
Yeah.
That can happen. They can, without any thought in their brain, come out with a word that is so totally inappropriate.
Let's not say...
No, we're not. I'm just saying...
But Craig, I think, was thinking it was the AFL that was driving that. That wasn't the AFL. That was Adelaide presented.
Of course it was. Yeah. Of course it was.
The Adelaide presented that.
And I don't care what the hell they presented. Present whatever you want to get the kid off. Or to get him down to 3.
Well, they got him down to 4 from 5 by the sounds of it.
And they were having a crack at 3. I know for a fact they had a massive crack at 3.
We'll be asking Tim Silvers at 5:30 tonight what that means.
Let's go to Blackwood. Hi, Adam.
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne, guys. That's Adelaide's decision to provide that personal information to the AFL. It's got the player down from 5 to 4. Watch this weekend, though, guys. If I can read what Andrew Dillon was saying there, I bet a memo, and an email has gone to Shane McBurney, to all the umpires, they will pay free kicks starting from tonight. If they hear any disrespectful taunting or any unforeseen taunting, there'll be an instant free kick. Watch, that will be the free kick of the weekend and through finals. Just watch. They'll clamp down on this.
Adam, they can't.
I'd be fearful if they did the knee-jerk reaction.
They can't, Adam. If they do that, they've lost me. You know what lost me this week, more so than Isaac Ranken? Ollie Wines can't play in Boakey's last game tomorrow.
Yeah.
For everybody that's listening and everybody here that's in the bar and bistro here, go and watch that report. Go and watch what Ollie did, and he got 3.
Well, Sam and I called the game, and we couldn't even remember the incident, did we?
If this Ranken thing didn't happen, this is front page, back page, every page.
Unfortunately, Ollie is not playing. So let's go to Damien at Victor Harbour. Hi, Damien.
G'day, gent. So one of the reporters challenged Andrew Dillon about the severity of finals versus home and away, and Andrew Dillon said a game is a game. You can't have it both ways. It's either every game's the same, or this is the pinnacle of Australian sport on grand final day, which is why we're going to go for Snoop Dogg. It's either the most exciting game of the year, or it's just another game. You can't have it both ways.
Well, Trent Cotchin, this is the big one for me. You want to know a citer about how the AFL can, at the stroke of a pen, allow things to happen? Trent Cotchin bumped Dylan Shield into Tomorrowland, concussed him. No case to answer. Hey, he didn't even get a fine, did not even get a fine. If he had got a fine, he would have missed the game.
Yeah,
because it was the...
Yeah, for mine, I remember that incident. I reckon Cotchin went in just too hard for Dylan. That was my opinion on that one. I just reckon he was harder at it.
What about Luke Hodge in 2015? DUI, bringing the game into disrepute. No case to answer. No player sanction, club sanction or AFL sanction. There are siders this. Barry Hall, it's another one.
None of these are slurring.
Braden Maynard?
Yeah, none of them are slurring, unfortunately. So we're trying to compare apples with oranges, and that's very difficult. What it does say is there's no set framework for any of that. And that's why these things happen.
That's why I'm bringing it up. There are a citer for the AFL to put weight on a final, a prelim or a grand final, and say, you know what, that'd be too severe, you can't have him miss it. That's all I'm saying.
The other question is, are they right?
No, most of them are wrong.
Yeah, that's the other point. So while they might exist, are they actually the right way to go?
Well, the AFL loves, not siders, what do you call it when you have a
negotiation?
Precedent?
Precedent.
Oh, yeah.
They love precedent. No.
I'm starting to read his mind.
I'm getting distracted. There's a lot of beer poured here. 82230000. Where's it landed for you? He's got 4. Talk to me about compelling medical submissions, but also Andrew Dillon saying that Snoop Dogg is a pillar in our society.
He's a family-friendly
grandfather.
I'll write it down quickly.
Oh, my God.
We're going to take more of your calls all the way up to 5 o'clock. 82230000. Let's stop down for the headlines.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is FIVEAA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. Crow Isaac Ranken has issued a statement saying he acknowledges what he said is unacceptable and takes full responsibility after copping a 4-match ban for a homophobic slur. Parents are being assured their child won't be removed from the NDIS if they need a high level of support. The ASX 200 has hit an unprecedented milestone, soaring past 9,000 points. And Port Adelaide has named 2 debutants for tomorrow night's game. Now checking FiveAA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
Afternoon at Wingfield, got a crash causing really big delays on the Putter Expressway. It's near Hanson Road, slow going in all directions through there. Bellevue Heights of West Watermain, Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue, and we are slow at the moment Port Road as you're heading just past Woodville Road. That's due to a crash too. Cameras, Valletta Road, Kidman Park and Eastern Parade at Gilman. The Qantas Frequent Flyer member sailors landed at 40 Winks. Qantas members can save up to 50% in-store and online. T's, C's and exclusions apply. 40 Winks, serious about sleep. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FiveAA.
Partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow, heading for 19. At the moment, 19. More news at 5 o'clock on FiveAA, always Adelaide.
The Prime Minister yesterday finally paid a visit and he got the question that everyone expected.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
This is something that is a different form of environmental event.
He's so close, it's really easy. You just go natural disaster.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Just spit it out, Prime Minister.
5AA Breakfast.
I reckon they know that they've stuffed it up, the fans.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
This Father's Day, make Dad feel super with the Tool Pro 138-piece automotive toolkit half price. Or save 25% on Ridge Rider deep dish floor mats. Make it super. Super cheap auto.
It's showtime at Wayville Hyundai, and we want to show you how good servicing your car can be. Want free parking for the Royal Show? Get your car serviced at Wayville Hyundai. Roll up, because there's even more with a $25 food and drink coupon and a free car wash and vacuum. Plus, you can service your car now and pay later with Afterpay. Showtime bookings are now open. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai, opposite the showground.
When it comes to buying and selling property, you need an agent who's not just there for the old quick sale. No siree. You need someone who can stand their ground to ensure you're maximising your home's potential. There's a good reason Toop & Toop's been defying market trends and continue to deliver premium outcomes for its clients.
Now, we all know the name. It's one of the most recognisable brands in this state because it's been here for 40 years. Toop & Toop. Bronte and his team, they understand the market like no other. That's not bragging, they just do. Their team is so experienced. So if you're thinking about putting your house on the market or just want to know what it's worth, now's the perfect time. Toop & Toop, Adelaide's trusted real estate advisors.
This is how you contact them. Visit toop.com.au, call 8274 8588. And don't forget, you can hear more from Bronte and the Toop & Toop team on Real Estate Radio with Leith Forrest every Wednesday, 2 p.m, right here on 5AA.
See movies how they should be seen. Hear movies how they should be heard. All on the big screen with Quake Sounds at Wallace. And now you can see them for less and enjoy candy bar discounts and other special member offers and freebies. Simply become a My Wallace member today. It's free, it's easy, and it's full of benefits. Go to wallace.com.au and click on Join My Wallace today. Wallace Mitcham, Mount Barker, Noarlunga and the Piccadilly. South Australia's home of big screen magic and entertainment.
Since 1935, Resthaven has supported older South Australians. For more than 35 years, that support has also extended into people's homes, where comfort, dignity and independence matter most. Our caring staff and volunteers have enriched the lives of thousands of older South Australians and their carers. Thank you for putting your trust in Resthaven. If you or someone you love needs welcome support at home, we're here to help. Visit resthaven.asn.au, celebrating 90 years.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
The language used was offensive, hurtful and highly inappropriate. Importantly, this incident was called out by the players and ultimately acknowledged by Isaac himself as wrong. Inclusion and respect are key priorities for the AFL. They are central to who we are as a game and as an organisation. I know people in the LGBTQI+ community are hurting when an incident like this occurs. One incident is one too many, and the fact there have been multiple incidents over the last 18 months shows there is still much work to do.
So at 23 minutes to 5, that's Andrew Dillon who spoke just earlier this hour. Isaac Ranken's been suspended for 4 matches. He'll undertake further pride in sport training as well, and cited in the statement.
Oh, Sammy's
apologies on, you know.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
We'll take it over. He called out.
Oh,
the
my apologies.
Players was one thing.
Yeah.
So the Collingwood players called this out. So once that happens, hook, line and sinker, you're done. There's been multiple, if you like, infringements, and I think they've basically said enough's enough. Yeah. He's a massive player in the game. Finals coming up. They've sent a message. So have your say about that. He's got 4, 5 down to 4, 822 300 And the other big one that we both thought, wow, he supported Snoop Dogg like there was no tomorrow, as if he was a saint. Family friendly, grandfather, philanthropic with his...
Yeah.
And when he performs, he'll be family friendly.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Wow.
He's a grandfather. He's justifying him again, but I got a text message through from Angela at Albert Park said, I don't want him near my grandkids. That's a statement, isn't it? Let's go to Grange. G'day, Joe.
Hello, guys. I've been listening to this crap all week, and Rowey, you should pull your head in, buddy, because the language used by Ranken is, as Dylan said, was one of the lowest forms of language you could use towards a person, especially those in the gay community that have to take this crap every day of their life. And because there's a grand final at stake, it's a different sort of kettle of fish. No, it's not. To vilify someone the way Ranken did, he deserved 5 weeks.
Thanks, Joe. And mate, switch your ears on, because I've never condoned his actions. I've called it out, as everyone has. What I have called out, which I'm not happy with, is how the AFL's handled it, how it's double standards with Snoop Dogg, how 1 week it's 3 and next week it's 5 and one's 6 and one's 4. Where's the framework? So, Joe, don't go potting me in front of our listeners that I'm condoning what he's done. I've never said that. And I've said all along, have I not, Sam and Timmy? Yeah. I don't agree with what he said. He deserves a punishment from day one.
You use the Ross Lyon line.
But don't attack the player.
Yeah.
Support the player.
The thing about it
Good on you, Joe, you hero.
You made a point there about Andrew Dillon sounds like, hey, we've had enough.
He has.
And rightfully
and society
so.
has.
And rightfully so. And I've got a Prevention Suicide Day coming up, which I'll be promoting. And one of the things you've got a lot of younger people dealing with their sexuality who are
very impressionable,
and of course that puts them at risk of thinking about taking their own life, of being able to handle that, and the slurring and the ridicule doesn't help that cause, and I think that's where Joe's coming from.
But Joe, you don't know my situation. We've got dear family friends with gay daughters, nephews, nieces, family members. None of us have got, or in even a work situation where you're not working side by side or live with or know
and that
or
should be
love.
fine. And that should be fine.
That's right. Yep. So get stuffed, Joe. I hate that.
Let's go to Warradale. Thanks for the call. Let's go, Pete.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Good, Pete.
Oh, I'm just beside myself, boys. I've got the news on the radio on the way home, and I'm looking at the wine rack here. I think I better crack a bottle of red after that. So I think,
make it a Rusden's.
Hey. Yeah, well, I wish I did. Listen, Dylan, I mean, was he doing some backpedaling there? I mean, I couldn't believe how tiresome his conversation was on the radio there. Unbelievable. Wokeism just gone berserk. I think we all agree that what Ranken said was wrong. We all agree with that. The penalty is unbelievably unjust. And nearly everyone to a person has said this, including you guys on the radio. 1, he's wrong. 2, the penalty is unjust. This should go to court. It's got to be. I'm sick of wokeism in this world, and I work in the public service. Can believe what it's like there. I'm sick of this world where we have to kowtow to the majorities of this world. This should go to court. I mean, everyone's pointing in that.
What we'll do is we'll put that to Tim Silvers. Was it mentioned with the committee that were defending Isaac as a club, a Supreme Court injunction, which the AFL has fronted and the VFL in the past, where the can gets kicked down the road after the grand final, then it's heard, and then it is probably a suspension, but he serves it in home and away. I wonder if that was tabled.
You'd have to set that up at the beginning of a season.
But that's right. But nobody wants to take on AFL House. The club that does that will get smashed from them from here to eternity.
They have their meetings. They have their meetings with the CEOs and the chairman, and that's where they've got to table something like this and say, look, we're not going forth until we get a structure around homophobic slurs, racial slurs, drunk driving, all of those misdemeanours that happen, and you go, OK, now I know what I'm up for, first offence.
That's it.
Let's go to Morris. Hey, Morris.
Yeah, g'day, guys. How are you? Listen, just bear with me on this. In the beginning of the year, we had round 0, all right, which was Sydney played the Hawks and the Giants played the Magpies. So the betting competition that I'm in, we have 4 bets a year and you position the ladder, right? And we couldn't do it because of that, because there was an unfair amount of games played. So we rang up the AFL and they said, look, refer to your own club. But she said, look, I'll tell you very clearly, right, you can't count that as round 1 those games into round one, because it's very clear in the rules that you cannot play twice in the same round. Okay, that's fair enough. No worries. Like Murphy, and that includes players as well. So they made it round zero. You know, like Murphy couldn't play for the Crows against Glenelg on Friday night and then go and play for the Crows against Sydney on Sunday, you know. You can only play one game in a round, and you can only... So anyway, the round that's coming up, round 25, is Essendon versus Gold Coast. They cannot call it round 24 because in their own rules, you look up the Constitution 2018 and the football rules and the AFL rules, you cannot play twice in the same round.
Yeah,
such a good point.
No, that's a great point, Morris.
Yeah.
They've actually...
What were they going to?
They tricked themselves.
They tricked themselves.
I love it.
We got teams dropping 2 at 10-6. There's going to be multiple changes for both clubs. Porter got a couple of debutants, which is great. We talk about frameworks. Well, we actually have one, and it's for the drug policy, the illicit drug policy. You have a strike 1, a strike 2, a strike 3, and anywhere along that you can cite mental health as a defence, and players do. And we as a fan base and as a supporter base and media don't like that, do we? So it makes me think, what's this compelling medical submission? Can't wait to speak to Kim Silvers about that at 5:30.
Don't hold your breath on finding out.
Okay.
Let's go to Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah, hi there, boys. Look, I come from a similar line that a few gentlemen a little while ago, where I would like to see this as now going forward, is that I feel the responsibility also should be put forward to the umpires. And I know it's a big game that they've got to watch all this, that and the other, but it was very clear on Saturday night that Isaac was constantly picked on. It wasn't until the last quarter where he got a free, and I know that has gone on forever and ever with matches. But, you know, the umpires should take responsibility of either a free kick or that stupid rule of 50 metres or something, because they just turn a blind eye to it. I'd like to see a Gary McIntosh in there, Rowey, and see how he would handle it.
Yeah, Sandy, look, and I don't want to come across as being an umpire basher, but I am. I don't want the umpires to police this sledging. They're the last people that you need to police this. They can't even bounce the ball straight or call it out of bounds or a holding the ball or an in the back.
Yeah.
Do you want the umpires to police this?
I don't think... If they heard something blatantly...
Your mum wears umpire boots, right? Free kick. You're fat, free kick. You've got a big nose, you big nose head. Free kick, no!
Have we got a $100 722 voucher to give away, because we are here at 722 Port Road in the Bistro. Fantastic venue. I think this hour we're going to give it to Morris.
Well done, Morris.
For what would say, enlightening us that the AFL have tricked themselves into round 24, where you can't play in the same round. But they just did.
The fine print.
And we're here thanks to the Mornington Ford and Kia Auto Group. All the cars are out there. And I'll tell you what, they got some deals, Timmy, they've told us.
Get on down.
There's a few sales reps here.
Stop by.
You might get them at a vulnerable state after a couple of West Ends.
Get involved in the show. 8223 0000. 13 minutes to 5. Let's check your traffic.
Crash at Wingford, look out for this afternoon. The Port River Expressway near Hanson Road, really slow going in all directions through there with big delays. Woodville, also a crash causing delays. Port Road near Woodville Road. At Bellevue Heights, Burst Watermain, Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue. South Road, slow mile end at both directions. And got a camera too. Brooker Terrace at Richmond, the Savo. Dan Murphy's don't match prices. They beat Get Geese and Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. $13 for My Dan's members. Ends Sunday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA proudly supports Football SA. Congratulations to 2024 WNPL Grand Final champions, Salisbury Inter. Backed by platinum sponsor Aspire Homes. Proud supporters of Salisbury Inter's women's program from day one. And building homes in SA for almost 20 years. Visit aspirehomes.com.au. It's been a sensational season so far this year. So from 5AA, good luck to all the teams fighting it out for this year's championship.
For over 50 years, Gliderol has been manufacturing and installing garage doors for South Australian homes. Spring is almost here, so why not improve the street appeal and value of your most prized possession? Order a new Gliderol door with operator before the end of September and you'll receive 2 extra handsets. Plus, we'll remove your existing door for free. Call Gliderol for a free measure and quote on 1300 799 144 or go to gliderol.com.au. Retail customers only, T's and C's apply.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
This, Timmy, is genius. Footy fans, listen, the biggest weekend in the year, and the calendar year, is that one day in September we want to remember. And you can remember it by doing this. Timmy.
Well, you go to Melbourne. You got to go to Melbourne for all the action, don't you? Sweet Spot Entertainment and Air Charter Services. They've got your travel sorted.
How good is this? You jump on a private Boeing 737, no line-up, straight over the tarmac, up the race. Here's your seat, sit down. It's a chartered flight, 170 fellow fans. And it's hosted by club legend
Darren Jarman.
Darren Jarman,
himself,
the big fat
legend.
He is a great host.
Oh, yeah.
We'll never run out of beer.
No, you will be well looked after.
So kick back on a premium coach from Adelaide. Either way, you're getting there in style from September 26 to 28.
And get this, you can lock in your seat for as little as $55. $55. No stress, no scrambling for last-minute flights or sold-out buses. No siree. Lock it in now. Sweet Spot Entertainment. It'll get you there in style.
And comfort. Be quick. Spots are filling fast. Head to Sweet Spot Charter, Sweet Spot Charter, all one word, .com.au. That's sweetspotcharter.com.au and register interest today.
Looking for your perfect home? At Rossdale Homes, we can make it happen. Explore our huge range of house and land packages today at rossdalehomes.com.au. With a variety of designs, locations and prices to suit every budget, your new home is just a click away. Got your own home design in mind? No problem. We'll customise a package just for you, backed by our fixed price guarantee. Rossdale Homes, your local SA builder, because trust is a must.
Something wild, cool and sophisticated has arrived in SA. Omoda Jaku, selling a new SUV and only at Morford Vale, Main South Road.
Why would you buy a ticket in the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery? Because the $4.6 million grand prize in Walkerville is next level. Because you could also win luxury cars, worldwide holidays, and $500,000 cash. Because your ticket supports life-changing healthcare right here in South Australia. Get your tickets now at homelottery.com.au. Licence M14784.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Following an investigation and submissions from Adelaide and Isaac Ranken, including compelling medical submissions, Isaac has received a 4-match sanction for using a homophobic slur towards a Collingwood opponent. The language used was offensive, hurtful and highly inappropriate.
Andrew Dillon speaking earlier this hour. We're going to hear from Tim Silvers at 5:30 live on the show. And Isaac's teammate Riley O'Brien's going to join us here live at 5 o'clock at 722 Bar and Bistro, which is where we're doing the show tonight. Come stop by. The Morn Team Auto Group have put on a fantastic show. They've got all the cars out the back. It's a brilliant setup.
Yeah. And I'm interested to hear the players' perspective of it, because now it focuses on how they recover from this as a player, how they collectively galvanise, if you like, pick up the rope, and, you know, who replaces him. Don't miss Rob after 5, because he'll be very frank and open.
Is he going to be Frank or Rob? Which one is he going to be?
He'll be frank and open. Isn't that a saying?
Let's go. Brad, g'day, Cumberland Park.
G'day, how you going, guys?
Good, Brad.
Yeah, just a few things I wanted to say. I was born in South Australia, lived here half my life, and then I was moved to Victoria for the last 30 years. So I'm sort of a bit partial to, I guess, both sides of the fence. There's plenty of commentary from a Victorian point of view, which is probably glad to see Ranken out of the final series. Well, if they lose the first final, maybe not. But I think what they really should do is look at, one, taking emotion out of the equation, to treat every situation on its merit, and really to treat it, I guess, like a court of law, where you go, has that person had priors? Are they showing remorse? Having a graduated approach in terms of fines, in terms of sanctions, and even looking at suspended sentences. So I think the AFL has got the power to look at all of those things, but unfortunately I think they've paid themselves into a corner with setting precedents, and they're locked in and they can't go back on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things the AFL need to do, because it is a lawyer's feast with these sort of things. I know when there's a case in front of the courts, the media can't talk about it, and there's never any leaks about one way or the other will go, and you can't talk about the facts. Yeah. How could Eddie Maguire on Tuesday say it's 5 weeks?
Yeah, and that's
a leak. That's
we had a caller
disgrace.
last night, which I thought was very clever, saying, well, how tight is the integrity group if that number got out?
100%.
Now, I don't think Eddie was actually probably incorrect either. I think he knew that it was 5. It was then this next 24 hours that they got to negotiate.
But again, why is there a leak, number one? And number two, if it is something that's in front of a Supreme Court, you talk about it on air and you prejudice the case, you can get locked up.
But also when you're
no, it is, it's a rule.
But when you're in court, there are rules.
That's exactly
that have
right.
been set.
Yeah.
There are no rules
Shade
as
of
such.
grey,
Is there? There's no rules
guidelines.
about what guidelines and punishment therefore.
Yeah.
So
we don't have it here, do we?
Let's go to Banksia Park. Hi, John.
Oh, g'day, Timmy. G'day, Rowey. Look, I believe that the AFL have absolutely no choice at all but to change their choice of entertainment, and I'll tell you why. The CEO says Snoop Dogg is culturally relevant. Where did he pluck that one from? I think I know where. I reckon he was probably in the bathroom reading the magazine. Those two words popped up on a page and he thought, oh, yeah, that's it. Snoop Dogg is culturally relevant. Snoop Dogg is no more culturally relevant than the daggy shorts that Will probably wears under his news reading desk every evening. If the AFL does not change their choice of entertainment, and if even the umpires are unable to prevent the Adelaide Crows from getting into the grand final because we're too good for them too, the whole thing will be a total embarrassment for the AFL, because I'll tell you what will happen. All the Adelaide fans at the grand final will be booing Snoop Dogg. The booing will not actually be directed at Snoop Dogg, but unfortunately he will be the one or the vehicle through which the fans can express their displeasure at the hypocrisy of the AFL.
Yeah, double standards, very strong, and you're right. Well, AFL boss
Andrew
Dillon doubled down. He also called him a family man.
Family friendly. He was a grandfather and a philanthropist. Yep. It's ridiculous.
Philanthropist. Philanthropist. Are you choking on your pie again?
Mate, that's got to be one of the worst moments on air for the year.
It beggars belief that he's supporting that bloke, and there's another rooster that unless the Crows lose the first final, won't be their grand final run. And he thinks he's lost it.
It's an interesting time, which is why your opinions are all about what we want tonight. So give us a call, 8223 0000. Got plenty of time tonight. We have, on the other side of the 5 o'clock news, Riley O'Brien, who's a teammate of Isaac. He'll give us his thoughts next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FiveAA Sports Show.
At Coles, you can save right now with great half-price specials on snack essentials. Like half-price Thins potato chips, 175 grams, now just $2.50. Shop in-store or online at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
Hey there. I was just wondering if your car's due for a service. What's that little sticker on your windscreen say? If it's coming up soon, book into Mawson Lakes Volkswagen. If you're new to us, we do things a little differently. Like next-day servicing, complimentary loan vehicles, a free car wash and vacuum, and if the week is a bit hectic, we service on Saturdays too. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen for next-day servicing. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
When it comes to making your outdoor area something really special and comfortable, plonking one of those little chimney thingy, dooby-dacky thing.
Chimenea.
That's the one. Can't even say it. What is it?
It's a chimenea.
It's one of those things. If you want to make a difference, you've got to make a big difference.
That's correct. Absolutely. You want to do it, you got to go to Big Difference Home Improvements. It's in the name. It says it all, especially when it comes to outdoor blinds. Call Big Difference Home Improvements and see what a huge difference they can make to outdoor blinds and can make your entertaining area rain, hail, or shine.
Well done. Hey, don't muck around. You can't with outdoor blinds. You need them supplied and installed by pros like the team at Big Difference Home Improvements. You'll love the end result, the price, the quality, the service. They're the best. They're the best.
Absolutely. Visit Big Difference online for free measuring quote or pop into their brand new showroom. It's on Circuit Drive at Hendon. You can't miss it. You actually turn to go to the old footy park and you see it on your right there. Have a chat with the boys and look around. That's right near West Lakes Mall.
At Blackwell Funerals, we care about what matters most. When it comes to saying goodbye, we're here with compassion, dignity and support. Visit blackwellfunerals.com.au to learn more.
The 2025 NAB AFLW season kicks off on August 14 and this is your front row seat to the action. Tickets are just $15 and under 18s go free. Visit women's.afl and get your tickets today. See you at the W.
The SUV you haven't met yet. A Motor JQ has arrived and Morford Vale is the only place you'll find them. Premium looks, smart tech, designed for beach getaways, back road breaks and school runs with flair. Plus an 8-year warranty and Australia's first future price promise. You won't just love the ride, you'll love the peace of mind. Only available at a Motor JQ Morford Vale. Built for this wild life. Wildly cool. Main South Road. T's and C's apply.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. With 40 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Wayne from Go Vita Mount Barker. Breathe easy with Nutrivital sinus congestion and horseradish. Traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicines to ease hay fever and in Western herbal medicines to relieve common cold symptoms. Save 40% while stocks last. Always read the label and follow directions for use.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Semaphore and Tanunda.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow, a high of 19. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig.
Sportal, South Australian sports hardware and software for elite and community clubs.
The AFL is defending the 4-match ban handed to Adelaide's Isaac Ranken for a homophobic slur. The 25-year-old's been ordered to undertake further Pride in Sport training and has released a statement apologising and saying he regrets using the word. AFL boss Andrew Dillon's also dismissing accusations of hypocrisy regarding grand final entertainment Snoop Dogg using similar offensive language in his lyrics.
We cannot vouch for every lyric in every song ever written or performed by any artist who has or will appear on our stage. It is also important to remember that we have engaged Snoop Dogg in 2025 as the person he is today.
Australia's share markets made history today, surpassing 9,000 points for the first time. A strong reporting season, interest rate cuts and subsidised fears of global trade tensions have sent the market into record territory. Parents are being reassured their children won't be automatically kicked off the NDIS as the scheme undergoes an overhaul. Michael Packy has details.
The Albanese government has taken a key step to rein in the cost of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, announcing a new program for children with mild autism. From July next year, they'll be gradually moved to Thriving Kids, providing support while it's needed rather than permanently relying on the NDIS. Health Minister Mark Butler says parents will be assisted through the transition.
This system is fully up and running before we make any change to the NDIS eligibility.
The opposition's Anne Ruston is concerned there hasn't been enough consultation.
The states and territories and the federal government need to work together.
The Greens argue the NDIS changes are discriminatory and will increase the risk of harm.
An Adelaide accountant jailed for stealing more than $2 million from his client's super funds to feed a gambling habit has been permanently banned from the industry. 36-year-old Jason Richard Poser was convicted of 34 counts of theft while working as a manager at Super Guardian. He was given a 7-year prison sentence and will be eligible for parole in July 2028. Once released, corporate regulator ASIC has banned him from providing any financial services. Police have confirmed 2 bodies have been pulled from the water after a car entered a river near Wiseman's Ferry north of Sydney. 3 people were inside when it went into the water. 1 managed to make it to safety. Investigations are ongoing. And Australia Post is temporarily suspending transit shipping to the US ahead of new tariffs on low-value parcels. It means goods from other countries will no longer be able to be shipped to the US via Australia. Some European postal services are halting US shipments altogether. Now turning to FiveAA Sport.
Kick goals with Floor World. With 4 locations around Adelaide, it's never been easier to score the best deal.
Well, Isaac Ranken will need a finals miracle to play again this season after the AFL gave him a 4-game ban. The penalty leaves the door slightly ajar for him to play in the grand final, providing Adelaide lose their qualifying final but still reach the decider. AFL boss Andrew Dillon says the timing of the incident on the eve of finals had no bearing on the sanction.
No, a game is a game, and that was what we took into account. There's a range when we look at it, and we've had, a number of instances in the last couple of years, and there's been in the AFL 3, 4 and 5 match suspensions. We look at the specific instances, and in this one, there were submissions made, including compelling medical submissions that were taken into account when arriving at the sanction.
2 new faces will pull on the boots for Port Adelaide tomorrow night. Mid-season draftees Harry Ram and Ewan McKinlay will both make their AFL debuts against Gold Coast. It's a big game with coach Ken Hinkley and long-time player Travis Spoke bowing out. 22-year-old Ewan's impressed with the pair.
Seeing Trav first of all around the club, he's very professional, he's a great person. Yeah, I think he's someone who you sort of look up to, and see the way he carries himself is great. And Ken, I obviously haven't played under him yet, but no, he's been great. He's pretty funny. I think the way he's handled this sort of time, it's felt very normal, and I think it seems like, a great club.
Well, assistant coach and former player Chad Corn says he's disappointed to be finishing up after tomorrow night's game, but it's the right decision for the club. He says he leaves on great terms and thinks he's won over most Port fans.
Well, there's still some people that hold the Corns name against me in the cheer squad. I still cop a little bit about Graham and now Kane, but they've been so good to me from day one.
And in netball, Diamonds vice-captain Paige Hadley has announced she's pregnant and expecting her first child next year. The 32-year-old New South Wales Swifts veteran will be replaced in the national squad by Melbourne Vixens defender Rudy Ellis for games in October against New Zealand and South Africa. Now checking FiveAA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the big white building, still at 412 North East Road.
At Wingfield, a crash causing massive delays. The Port of Express near Hanson Road. Avoid if you can tonight. Northfield Urgent Civil Works, Hampstead Road near Grand Junction Road. Delays inbound. Crash getting cleared, but still causing delays at Woodville, Port Road near Woodville Road, and Best Watermain, Bellevue Heights, the Savo, Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue. Camera, Brooker Terrace at Richmond to look out for too. Score deals at BWS. Get 2 30 packs of Great Northern Super Crisp cans for $110. Save 14. Hurry, offer ends Sunday. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FiveAA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow, a high of 19. Mostly sunny on Saturday, 17, and becoming cloudy on Sunday, 20. At the moment, 18. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, the latest from the Crows in the Isaac Ranken saga. A world-leading algal bloom expert jets in from the US with a potential solution to our ocean crisis using Chinese clay. See the state of an accused drink driver's car on 3 wheels through North Adelaide. And robotic surgery giving women a better chance of having a family. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Streaming live via the FiveAA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is FiveAA, always Adelaide. The FiveAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
When the line is crossed, there must be accountability, and in this instance, Isaac is paying a significant price. But let me be very clear, this behaviour and language is not acceptable. I won't stand for it, and nor will our organisation or the broader industry.
4 weeks for Isaac Ranken. Have your say, 8223 0000. We are coming to you live from 722 Bar and Bistro on Port Road today, and a big thanks to Morn Team Auto Group for putting on the show. We have Tim Silvers from the Adelaide Football Club live at 5:30, so you do not want to miss that. Riley O'Brien will join us here live shortly as well. And Crows and Port Adelaide's team selection, it's not lost on us. There's some football this weekend. Their teams will drop at 5:50, plus FIVEAA locker room tickets to give away.
Yeah, I'm thinking with the Crows, there'll be a number of changes. Laird will come back in. It'll be interesting. We know Rankin's out. It'll be interesting if they get Sid Draper back in the team. Billy Dowling would say hello. Nan Curvis are probably the next three that will come in. No Ranken. What will they do with Murphy? What will they do with Schomburg? So that could be as many as 4 changes. There was a late call that someone was suggesting maybe D. Fogarty may be rested. So the teams will drop at 10-6. But, Timmy, you've got a couple of debutants.
We have, which is exciting. Harry Ram will make his debut, and then he's only...
From Glenelg?
Yes.
He's only... Mid-year one. That's brilliant.
He's only 18 years of age.
That is brilliant.
Which is really exciting for him
you called
and his
for him
family.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Well, I did. We've seen what's happened with Jack Whitlock. Jack's had 3 games now, so he's had 3-siders, you know, and you can say that he's found the pace, you know, a bit hard and all the rest.
He's got work to do, but he knows that.
Now he knows. But last week I thought was a really good example where he was pushed out the way by Harry Mackay in a contest, and Harry kicked the goal on him and the like, and you probably lose your confidence from that. He went on to kick 3 goals. So he's a kid that's learning now at the level. He knows what's happening. Now, I'm so excited for both Ewan and for Harry, because they're going to get that same experience, albeit only 1 game, but they'll know the level. They'll know the level. Harry, this is what I'm thinking. Ollie Wines, we know, is out.
Should never be out.
And Aaliyah, I think, might be the other one out. Hence Harry Ram coming in.
Josh Sinn's also out too.
And Josh Sin, of course, is out as well. So if that's the case with Aaliyah, then I think that's why Harry Ram will probably come in and take that role.
And could there be another out? Kay Hinkley.
Crook today at training.
Crook today at training. Chad Corns said that he is genuinely Crook. Don't think it's a gag or anything like that. But that's been running through the football club for quite a few weeks now, and as we know, in general public, hasn't it? I mean,
God, what if he couldn't coach his last game, in Boakey's last game? Can I just say, your CEO has put a plea out to members. Tomorrow night is Friday night. Yes. It's the last time you will see one of probably a top 5 club great in Travis Boak. He's been a champion. He's been a stalwart. He's been universally admired and loved. He deserves a big crowd. And you deserve to have a... No, you don't deserve to have a win. You've got to earn the win.
Yeah, you've got to earn the win. That's right.
But see a champion off.
No, I'm with you. Look, back to Ewan McKinlay, 22-year-old, played state footy earlier this year against Victoria. He's exciting. He's fast. He'll play that small forward role, but he'll get to him with pace and the like. And again, he will now, as has Manny Liddy, had the experience that you can go into a pre-season and go, wow, I know where the level is at now, and I can really put my head down and bum up.
Absolutely right. So we're taking your calls, 8223 0000. We'll get back to them in just a moment as well. Andrew Dillon did speak about the Snoop Dogg situation, which has been a massive talking point all week, and the hypocrisy side of things. Him on grand final day, here's what Andrew Dillon had to say.
We cannot vouch for every lyric in every song ever written or performed by any artist who has or will appear on our stage, Australian or international. But what I can say is our pre-match entertainment on grand final day will be family friendly and consistent with the audience at the MCG and those watching the broadcast. We have engaged Snoop Dogg in 2025 as the person he is today. He has changed, and today he's a grandfather, philanthropist, he helps rehabilitate youth, and he's a global entertainer.
The person he is today. So forget what he's done in the past. Forget that if you watch a YouTube clip, he's got women on their floors with a dog channel on her, and I mean, that's a joke. He's defending himself. It's a joke.
I think it's also what's in the lyrics of the songs.
Of course it is. So how's he changed that?
And that doesn't go away.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't go away. But I saw a bloke, because it's Morn Team Auto Group here, and there's some big Ford Rangers and the like out there.
There is some
Kias. There was a guy out there trying one out, and that's why I think he's a little bit late.
Oh, he's a...
Riley O'Brien.
He is a big hooer, like some of those trucks. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, cooking appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, TVs, the absolute absolute lot. 919 Marion Road, Marion.
Crows big man Riley O'Brien. On the FIVEAA Sports Show.
Rob, welcome, mate. Yeah, I know you're out there trying out those Morn teens. I want to start here. How is Isaac?
Yeah, he's doing okay, mate. He's obviously a very disappointing week for him, and it's been really tough. But, yeah, we're doing all we can to support him and throw our arms around him.
Okay. 4 weeks, where does that sit with you as one of the leaders?
Yeah, mate, it's hard. They've obviously set a precedent over this year with other guys, and it seems, incredibly harsh, but that's sort of the route they've gone down to try and stamp this stuff out. So, disappointing for the club and for Isaac, but that's just the way it's gone.
Will this galvanise the group? I know as a fan, and that's all on hand, I went from disappointment immediately from 0 to 100 angry at him, back to sympathetic for him. I've had a whole range of emotions because it has hurt the team. He is a match winner. How have you been, and what's the mood of the group with that?
Yeah, he's obviously a star player, mate, and a teammate we love, and a guy we really love around the club. And yeah, disappointing for him, obviously on a personal level, and we'll certainly miss him for those games. But we know we can get the job done, without any certain personnel on the team. We have such a good team and squad, and we know we can get it done regardless. But we'll certainly miss him and his X factor and his energy.
How have the coaches gone about perhaps just directing traffic with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, the big focus this week, mate, has been on staying focused on our job this week. It's obviously a huge game for the club. We win this week, we finish on top. So it's a pretty simple equation. So it's been, from Monday, it's been a big message of not letting this distract us and focusing on the job at hand. And I think we're a really mature and disciplined group to be able to do that and, sort of ignore the outside noise and get on with the job. And we've got a big game on Saturday and a big task.
One of the conversations that will come up, in the street and the like, is that, should you lose a game, you might be able to then get Isaac for the grand final if you're able to win your way through. As a playing group and a coaching group, that can't even be discussed, can it?
I don't think that'll come up, mate. I don't think that'll...
You can't go down that path.
No, I think maybe... I don't think it'll be discussed. We want to win every game, and it'll certainly want to win this week, get a home first final, and then win that and get a home prelim. I think it'll be the plan.
And play fourth rather than second and third.
Yeah, I think that'll be the plan, mate.
That is also an advantage, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just focused on getting the job done and playing our way, mate, and starting with this week against North Melbourne, getting back to our best and going from there.
Was he abused by Collingwood the entire game, Isaac?
I wasn't down there, mate, but I was in the ruck, obviously, but the boys down there said he was getting a pretty hard time, and he gets that pretty regularly, to be honest. He's obviously a star player, and as a star player, other teams try and get under your skin and say some things, and I mean, the boundaries certainly get pushed a little bit within games, and he was certainly ruffled up, and he obviously said what he allegedly said, and that doesn't reflect, his character or what he, how he speaks. It's just he was obviously pretty agitated and pretty frustrated and pretty rattled out there.
Andrew Dillon, the CEO, in his press conference, you may or may not have heard it just after 4 o'clock. He called out. It was called out by the Collingwood players en masse. They said they heard him vilified. So we don't need to comment about them, but if the same thing and the shoe was on the other foot, would our players call out an opposition player for vilification?
I'm not sure how that went down on the field. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I wasn't.
Well, that's what he said.
I didn't hear it all.
The Collingwood players called out Isaac.
Okay, because I didn't even hear about it until Monday, so that might have happened. I'm not 100% sure. But
would you call a player out in opposition?
I'd certainly speak to them. I'd certainly have a quiet word with them. I actually don't know the processes around
vilification.
Yeah,
you know what's
obviously,
wrong.
if it was something that was blatantly, flagrantly wrong, I'd definitely go about the right way. But you'd certainly say something to them or support the person who's been vilified, and if they're upset, then you go about the process.
God, it's bloody tough, isn't it? 4 weeks.
It seems...
The framework needs to change. Now, are you the AFL advocate for the AFLPA at the club, or is that Dawes?
Yes, I am, yeah.
I thought you were.
Yeah, I am. I'm the delegate.
You are the delegate. That's the word I'm looking for. So on behalf of your club, you delegates need to all get together, again, put pressure on the AFLPA to put pressure on the AFL to get a framework about this. Because this he did wrong, all that. But 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, it seems harsh, mate. It's incredibly unclear. I think they've just gone down the route of starting with 2 or 3 weeks, and then each time it's happened, they've added weeks. So they obviously want to stamp it out, and that's definitely fair enough. And it's something we all want to stamp out. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right way to go about it. We'll see.
Okay, well done. By the way, great win over Collingwood.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
all been
it's faded.
Aside.
That's faded a little bit. But
it faded very quickly, unfortunately.
I know it did, but it was obviously a great win. We hadn't beaten them since 2016 or something like that. I hadn't beaten them personally, so first win against Collingwood in my career, and it was a good one. So. Yeah.
We've got the CEO coming up, so we've got to keep this short. So sorry, Rob. Thanks for coming down here. Mornteen Auto Group is the sponsor of all of this. In a word or two, is Fogg being rested, yes or no?
No.
No. I didn't think he would. See, I told you boys
We're going to rest next week, so...
That's exactly what I said.
That's a good point.
So Laird's back.
Laird's back.
Okay.
You know, Sam and I didn't say it. We didn't say it.
No, I know, but I got into, they're going to rest Fogg because it's on the 7 News. What would 7 News do?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, the team got announced yesterday to us, and he wasn't rested.
Okay.
So.
Just remember, this bloke fibbed to us last week too.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I didn't actually know about that. You asked me about Luke Pedler last week.
I did.
I had no idea about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't lie.
So it wasn't
but there's a couple of good selections you'll like him, I reckon. So keep your ears
Sid
peeled.
Draper is in.
Can't say, mate. Can't say.
Yeah, see, you can't lie. So that's good for the kid.
Yeah.
Good, they've made him work for it, haven't they?
Yeah, he's had a good year. So he's been playing well, and he'll be an exciting player for the future. And we'll see if he's in, mate. You have to wait 20 minutes.
Rob, can I just say you've had a magnificent season. Finish off strongly, as we know you will. It's got it's an enormous game for a lot of reasons. You love to finish top 2, but you want to finish the right way. The group need to pick up that rope. You've lost Isaac. There's September action ahead, and that is so exciting, mate. We hope we can speak you all the way through it. Thanks for coming all the way down, mate, and well done. Thanks for your time.
Boys, and looking forward to getting back to our best this week.
I hope so.
Absolutely. Last minor round game against the Kangaroos. Rob, Riley O'Brien, all thanks to Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, cooking appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, TVs, and more. Go to 919 Marion Road, Marion.
At 20 after 5, let's check your traffic.
At Wingfield, a crash. Port River Expressway near Hanson Road. Slow going in all directions through there. Woodville, a crash getting cleaned up. Port Road near Woodville Road. Bellevue Heights, Burst Watermain, Shepherds Hill Road near Eden Avenue. And urgency works at Northfield, Hampstead Road near Grand Junction Road with delays inbound. Camera of the Savo, Crittenden Road at Finton. South Australia is building for today and tomorrow. Find out what it means for you. Visit saisbuilding.sa.gov.au. A message from the Government of South Australia. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA is inviting you into the studio every afternoon. Head to the 5AA live stream.
Live life your way with personalised disability support and aged care services. Visit completecare.com.au today.
Looking to explore somewhere new? Battery World are the experts in all things batteries. Camping, 4x4, dual battery systems, motorbikes, marine and more. Whatever your passion, we've got you covered. Visit your local Battery World store today. There's one near you.
Thinking of painting and don't know where to start?
We do, because we know paint at Crowey's.
So, visit Crowey's. And while you're there, join Crowey's Club to get 10% off everything.
We know paint at Crowey's.
Agostino Mitsubishi demo clearance sale. Now, if you're thinking of buying a new car, today's the day. This is the time. It's now.
It's now. Agostino's way overstocked, so take advantage of them. All demos must go. There's no time like the present to go out and get that car that you've been dreaming of. For a lot less, you could be driving away in a featured pack Mitsubishi demo.
They're hard to get demos, and when a company is actually promoting the sale of them,
get on board.
They're overstocked and they need to move. There's no shortage of great options available, And the thing everyone's been loving, every demo vehicle comes with its own 10-year warranty, 10-year cap price servicing. That is outstanding.
Do it. Agostino Mitsubishi's demo clearance sale is on now, but only while stocks last. Head to Agostino Mitsubishi Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes today.
Don't miss the cheapest chips Chippy Rewards super sale on now.
Cheapest chips.
Members get 25% off garden pots, so sign up and start saving. Offer ends this Sunday. Live cheaper at the Chippy Rewards super sale at Cheapest Chips.
Embark on an extraordinary 8-day voyage through the ancient Greek Isles and Turkey aboard the brand new luxurious Explorer 2 from just $7,375 per person. Indulge in 9 exceptional culinary experiences, unlimited premium beverages, unlimited Wi-Fi and more. Enjoy €300 onboard credit per stateroom, plus savings of up to $770. Departing on the 28th of September 2026. Visit pht.com.au.
Today I'm talking to Tracy, who's one of Arbor Vitae's many happy customers. Hi.
Hello, Lee.
When did you start taking Arbor Vitae and what for?
I'm a cake maker by trade and suffered with sore hands for years, which is a common issue for my fellow bakers. A friend suggested I tried Arbor Vitae and I can't believe how well it's worked for me.
What benefits have you noticed from Arbor Vitae?
It's like a magic potion. I'm able to work with no pain. No stretch of the truth. It's worked so well for me.
Are you happy to recommend Arbor Vitae? And what would you tell our listeners about this product?
Absolutely. And I'd say to them that I felt my pain reside after the second bottle. So if you do try it and don't feel any changes from the first bottle, stick with it. It's also got a great berry-like flavour, which makes it easy to consume.
It's wonderful to hear how much of a positive impact it has had on your life. Thank you for your time, Tracy. Remember, for more information, visit arborvitae.com.au, arborvitae.com.au, stocked in chemists and health food stores. And remember, always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Rowey and Timmy G, the FiveAA Sports Show.
At 24 minutes after 5, live at 722 Bar and Bistro. Hop on down. We are here till 6 o'clock. We have a double pass to the Royal Adelaide show to give away. If you're ready to go, it's all presented by Drake's. If you'd like to win, 8223 0055. You can book your tickets as well at theshow.com.au and at Drake's Supermarkets.
Stay with us, don't go anywhere, because Tim Silvers will speak here first at 5:30 after the news. A lot of unique home-style food texts, and this did catch my eye. It's from a very clever, witty Crows man. His name is Ryan from Mount Barker. If Snoop Dogg has been contracted for the person he is today and not the guy he was back in 1995, then Ranken should be allowed to play because he's the player that he is today and not the player that he was last Saturday. It's a long bow, Ryan.
Tenuous link.
But I'm happy to draw it.
Yeah, what he's trying to do is bring up some hypocrisy again.
Yeah, again, double standards. Hello, Paul.
Now, I have a different take on this Ranken thing I haven't heard of yet. Now, am I right? This is all about protecting sensitive people and minorities, is it not?
Oh, well, it's not nice to vilify anyone. I mean, we live in the modern world now, so I guess, yeah, that's it. Most businesses, if not all, have a HR policy over it.
Now, none of us knew about it until it got reported on the media, so there was no one offended whatsoever before it got reported. So I think things should stay on the field. It wasn't said to a member of the community, it was said to another footballer. By opening it up, the media have opened, and Collingwood have opened a can of worms. Now people are offended, people are put off, people have all sorts of opinions and angst, and it's caused a lot of damage. Now, if these things weren't reported, what stays on the field doesn't affect anyone, and no one would have known about it either way, so everyone was safe from being offended.
Yeah, well, look, you're spot on, but that's what happened in the past, and we were all happy to live by that. The AFL have what's called community standards, and they have policies around all of this. And there are protocols when someone transgresses. Now, if you want me to be brutally honest with this, the Collingwood player that he was said to wasn't offended in this, and that has come out. Was not offended. So why did they have to report it?
8223 0000.
That's what he's saying.
We have a lot of questions to ask Tim Silver straight after the headlines.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sports Show.
At Camper Agent RV Supercentre, adventure is right at your fingertips. Get great deals across new and pre-owned caravans, camper vans and motorhomes available for immediate delivery. That's immediate delivery across an extensive range of leading brands like Winnebago, Windsor, Corrimal, Adria and Hitchhiker. Camper Agent RV Supercentre, your one-stop shop for caravans, camper vans, motorhomes and more. Visit us at Camper Agent RV Supercentre, Parafield Gardens.
Feel super this Father's Day with 25% off the Chemical Guys detailing range, or save 45% on Penrite full synthetic 6-litre engine oils. Make it super. Super cheap auto.
The National Bowel Cancer Screening Program's Get Behind It Community Roadshow. It'll be at Port Adelaide Plaza tomorrow from 9 a.m.
It's as quick as that.
That's it, done. And I'll tell you what, Port Adelaide Plaza, check it out. It's great down there. It does.
It doesn't take long to call in, have a chat and learn about the free life-saving test for Australia's aged 45 to 74. Everyone knows our story.
Yeah, correct. The test is quick. It's very easy to do. And, of course, you do it at home, privately.
Yep, there it is. Now, while you're there, order a new kit, a first kit or a free kit. Take it home. Life-saving info. Look, they're giveaways. There's many a giveaway. Please do it, please.
Yeah. Bowel cancer is one of Australia's most common cancers, but early detection can save lives.
Yeah, it does. The number is incredible too, early detection. So if you're aged 45 to 74, drop into Port Adelaide Plaza tomorrow, 9 a.m, and order your free kit. It could save your life. It will. It could save your life.
It's showtime at Wayville Hyundai, and we want to show you how good servicing your car can be. Want free parking for the Royal Show? Get your car serviced at Wayville Hyundai. Roll up, because there's even more with a $25 food and drink coupon and a free car wash and vacuum. Plus, you can service your car now and pay later with Afterpay. Showtime bookings are now open. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai, opposite the showground.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. Now more than ever, you need an agent who's not just out for a quick sale. You need someone who can stand their ground to ensure you're maximising your home's potential. There's a good reason Toop and Toop is defying market trends and continuing to deliver premium outcomes for its clients. With a history spanning over 40 years and a team of unrivalled experience, Toop and Toop knows what it takes to maximise your results in any selling conditions. Visit toop.com.au to find out more.
This is FIVEAA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. The AFL's defending the 4-match penalty handed to Crow Isaac Ranken, saying he's paying a significant price. The government's economic roundtable's wound up, coming up with 10 priority areas of reform to grow the economy. Police have charged a second man over the Adass Israel synagogue attack in Melbourne last year. And Port Adelaide mid-season draftees Harry Ram and Ewan McKinlay will both make their AFL debuts against Gold Coast tomorrow night. Now checking FiveAA traffic.
Sharman Shelving have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
G'day there. Still got big delays with the crash at Wingfield, the Port River Expressway near Hanson Road, Northfield, Urgent Sewer Works, Hampstead Road near Grand Junction Road, and Woodville crash is cleared, Port Road near Woodville Road, so that's good news for the drive home. Bellevue Heights, Burst Waterway and Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue with the Camera Days Road at Croydon Park. With Officeworks for Business, save 5% on thousands of business essentials. Search Officeworks for Business and sign up to a free account today. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FiveAA.
Partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow, a high of 19. At the moment, 18. More news at 6 o'clock on FiveAA, always Adelaide.
The FiveAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
With teams coming up at 10 minutes to 6, it's 29 minutes to 6.
Yeah, well, Isaac Ranken, he's copped his lot. He's been suspended for 4 weeks, got from 5 to 4. The club battered so hard. It's just so disappointing, as we all know, for all parties. We're lucky to have him on, and we thank him for his time. Joining us, Adelaide Crows CEO Tim Silvers. Tim, thanks for your time. Run us through this negotiated outcome, please.
I wouldn't call it a negotiated outcome, Rowey, but it's certainly been a process. It's lasted sort of 4 or so days, and it's disappointing that it's been out in the public forum. But once it was there, we sort of had to navigate. So that, look, if I'm honest, there was an integrity process. We went through the AFL integrity. There were interviews and there were submissions, and the AFL had their findings today that they landed, or their decision, a sanction of 4 weeks disappointingly under conduct unbecoming, 4-week sanction for Isaac. And if I talk about Isaac and his behaviour and the language, he knows, we know that it's totally unacceptable. Doesn't matter where you are, that is unacceptable. He's remorseful, he's done the wrong thing, and that doesn't align to our values. So we understood that he was going to get a sanction, and 4 weeks is the sanction that it is. We'll have to accept that, and we have to move on. It's been a big distraction this week, and as a footy club, we prefer to be talking about where we're sitting on the ladder and record crowds than this piece.
Yeah, OK. So if it wasn't a negotiated outcome, why has it taken this long? And was it always 4 and you haven't been able to negotiate it down to a 3?
Look, you probably have best to ask the AFL, but these are long processes. I haven't been through them myself, and when you've got to interview a lot of people and there's certain submissions, you're able to put in a submission post some of their original findings, so it takes time. I didn't know that it would take this much time, but as long as it goes through due process, if you will, and the appropriate process, even though we would have preferred that it was quicker and that it wasn't in the public, we just had to deal with what it is, and that's where the AFL landed today.
OK. The CEO of the AFL said there was compelling medical submission. Have you always been aware of Isaac's medical condition?
Look, that's something I'm not going to talk about. You would go to your own Dr. Rowey. It's private and confidential. There was a number of different submissions within what we put forward, and we talked about finals waiting, etc. There are a number of different things, and their landing the AFL today was at 4 weeks, and we actually just have to accept that. There's a glimmer of hope for Isaac, and we think personally that when you compare a home and away game versus a final, there should be some weighting difference, but it is what it is. Isaac has done the wrong thing. We accept it. We don't condone his behaviour. It's 4 weeks.
We get all that. He's got 4. It would have been great if it landed at 3. Did you consider a Supreme Court injunction or anything as severe as that?
Well, in this environment, you are dealing with a number of different people and stakeholders and different views. So I think at one stage, nothing was off the table. But my view is we're a footy club first and foremost. We didn't stand for the comment. It's consumed a number of people over the last couple of days rather than looking at the game ahead, which is North Melbourne on the weekend. I feel that as a club, once this final decision landed, we need to accept it and move on. What's made us a successful team this year has been going week to week and having a sharp focus. We need to get back to that.
Tim, Eddie Maguire on Tuesday night went with a statement that it was a 5-game suspension. Were you surprised? You knew that already? Was it true? Was it disappointing to hear that?
What I could say on that is that, I was disappointed that some of that information gets out into the public forum. We're talking about an integrity process, private and confidential. So very disappointed some of that information got out in the public forum.
Can we just establish, Rowey said, I think on Monday, that there was Collingwood players talking about it, that their football manager heard it. He then rang Adam Kelly and passed it over to you guys. Is that the way it happened?
I can't talk on behalf of the Collingwood players, but yeah, we were first alerted to it by communication between the football managers. That's right.
Yeah. Who's your integrity officer?
John Schultz.
Oh, Schultz, I know Schultz well. Great bloke.
Great man.
So if you flipped it over, if he heard something similar, would he be compelled to report it?
Yeah, under the AFL guidelines, if those issues come up, part of the process is that you are to lodge with the AFL Integrity Department, which is what we did on the Sunday.
Yeah, okay, so it's not snitching, is it? It's a policy, it's a process.
That's what I tried to establish on Tuesday.
Yeah. So the policy's there, and that it was a long process as well. But once it was out in the public domain, there was pressure on timings and making decisions, and we just had to play that out, unfortunately.
Part of this, and it wasn't a negotiated outcome. You got the 4 and that was where it landed, all that sort of thing. Do you think it's ironic or double standards that a dude by the name of, by the way, he's a grandfather and is very family-oriented and will clean his act up for Grand Final Day, called Snoop Dogg, could be performing Grand Final Day, and Isaac Ranken, if you make it, I'm going to put if, no thunderclouds, if he won't be. Do you find that quite ironic?
I've heard and listened to some of the commentary, and I've been interested in part of it, but the reality is we're focused on just trying to make the grand final. That's our goal, and we see an opportunity in front of us. Do I care really what the entertainment is? Probably not. I just prefer our club to have the opportunity to play in it.
I know. And the human side of it, and we thank you, Tim. It's been a tough week for the fans, the players, the coaches, more so Isaac. The human side of this is, I mean, he'll never be able to live this down. I hope he can get through it. How is Isaac, and what support have you got around him?
Look, he's doing it tough. He's certainly doing it tough. He hasn't really left his residence for the last couple of days. We've got a number of our people that have been around him, providing the care and support he needs. You know, we're denigrating the behaviour, but he's a person. He's one of ours. So, we're going to support him through. And I think he might need a little reset at the minute and sort of take some time off and get out of Adelaide for a while.
Yeah. Tim, thanks for your time. Tough time. No one likes an own goal. That's what this is. We kick one. There's still 6 weeks to achieve something mighty special. Certainly have the squad, the talent and the belief in the boys. We had Rob on earlier and he said this will galvanise the group. I hope it certainly does. Tim, thanks for your time. Tough time.
Thanks, Rowey. Thanks, Timmy. Bye.
Well done. Tim Silver's there. I mean, God, you can just hear the frustration, the hurt, the disappointment, not so much the anger. I think it will turn to anger. And it'll only turn to anger, Timmy, I think, for this one thing, if they don't make it count from here. And I have a real belief in this group that this will galvanise them. He's a match winner. You can't replace Isaac Ranken, but you can replace with a player the belief. Let's hope they can.
What I got out of that was Tim is extremely disappointed.
He is.
That you couldn't celebrate your victory against Collingwood, and obviously look forward to finishing top and then taking the finals campaign from there. So you can hear that in that. I also got out of it that Eddie Maguire was actually correct on Tuesday night, saying 5 games.
Okay.
The disappointing thing for Tim and I think for a lot of people is that the integrity unit have hold of this and that gets out.
Yeah.
I think that's a massive disappointment and a massive cross against the AFL for that happening. And I think that should be investigated in itself.
Well, there's no integrity in that.
Great to find out that if it was flipped over, that the integrity officer at the Adelaide Crows would have had to do the same thing.
Which says to people like me, they didn't snitch.
Correct.
It's a policy and you've got to adopt it.
And you've got a great one in Johnny Schultz, an absolute champion.
He is a champion.
And terrific fella.
But right at the start, we'll get to the calls, 822 300 00. I want to dissect this just a little bit more. It wasn't a negotiated outcome.
So they were presenting...
That said to me, he got 4 and copped 4 and that's it.
Well, it says to me that they gave them the letter that Eddie spoke about with 5, and I reckon they've
put submissions.
They've had
A, B, C, D, E.
They've said, give us a chance to come back to you.
Yeah.
And it is almost like an appeal before the appeal.
Yeah. It is, which they've never done with any of the others up to this point.
Yeah.
So now, is this the new framework? Is this the new standard?
Whatever, we've got to get it right before the next
Timmy,
season starts.
we have to, well said.
Let's go to Victoria. G'day, Brad.
G'day, boys. How are you? Thanks for the call.
Oh, flat as a bloody bush biscuit, buddy.
Thanks for your call, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Passionate Crows fan here. Obviously, you're disappointing news. I don't condone what Rankin said. The frustration from my end is there's 2 sides to the story, and obviously, the interview with Rob, 10, 15 minutes ago, it's seems like he was copping it from all angles from the Pies players, which that's hardly been commented here in Melbourne. It feels like the Melbourne media pack's on a witch hunt. Ranken did this, Ranken did that. Hang on a minute. How do you know what was said for him to snap? So I don't condone what he's said, but there's two sides here. I feel, and I hope the Crows stick it right up them. I really do.
I hope you do too. And look, thanks for your call. There's a lot of texts along this line after listening to the two interviews. If the player was Murphy, would have the Pies reported it? I doubt so. The motivation isn't anything but to get competitive. Hang on, it's just a text. Competitive advantage. There's no self-improvement or education involved in this. Now I said, if I was Collingwood and he's your best player, weaponising it means they've used that and they said, no, we can get it. Mate, he said, You reckon it's one for all for one, like the Three Musketeers, Tim?
I don't think it mattered about the player in question. It was the action that was taken. And the Collingwood players would have talked about it regardless of who said it. And that integrity officer, as you just heard from Tim Silvers, has to report it.
Okay. So we have been led to believe, and I forgot to ask this of Rob or Tim Silvers, whether they can or whether this will come out, that a year or so ago against Collingwood, this same thing happened. And a said player spoke to this said player and said, hey, be careful. If I report you for that, you'll get suspended. Just pull your head in.
At this stage, that's purely speculation.
Okay, but you can do that. Well, you know that's happened, and we know a case that we were told to our face about that happening. Very, very similar. So why didn't they do it now?
You're talking about the previous incident?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
So
I have not heard that from the people in question, so I can't say that that's true.
Fair enough. It's hypothetical.
I'm not going to delve in it. Yeah. Johnny.
G'day, gents. I've got my own thoughts on the matter. I've met Isaac. He's a lovely, gentle man, and I don't believe he intended to hurt anyone with his utterance. And, he's a competitor, said something in the heat of the moment. Dan Houston, another competitor, did something in the heat of the moment that hospitalised Isaac. Imagine sending your child out to town. One child gets called one word, and another child goes to town and gets king hit and hospitalised, and then it goes to court, and then the person who said the word copped the same or a similar ban as the person who did the king hit. You wouldn't be too impressed, would you? And then these people like Hodgie in the media, don't help it. I guarantee you, the stuff that Hodgie would have done in his career would dwarf anything Isaac did, right? And Hodgie's going on about it. He doesn't care about the homosexual community or minorities. He cares about where his next commercial's coming from and pleasing his corporate overlords. And if more people spoke out, I think everyone knows deep down this is disproportionate for what it is. And it's going to potentially alter a team's destiny and a player's legacy. And I'm devastated for the bloke.
Look, some great points there. Well put across. And you're right. And this is not the hypocrisy. This is the problem. You can king hit a bloke and get 5, say a word and get 5. We all know the sanction is too severe. They don't have the structure. And you keep coming back to it. You're right. So this is on the AFL. It's not on Isaac or anyone else. And they people like, what was his name? I can't read.
John.
But they're going to have that opinion, and he's right to have that opinion.
Let's go to Athelston. Another John.
Yes, Rowey.
Evening, John.
Hello.
Go for it, John. We got you. You're on the radio.
I've got a good idea. Might bring it all into, easy going. Change the name of the AFL, stick an R in front of it, Rafferty's Australian Football League.
I know where you're going with that.
Rules.
It is Rafferty's rules, mate. That is a good point.
Let's go to an old friend, David Alberton.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. I'm going to feel like a fish swimming upstream in the last hour and a half of this conversation because we've heard provocation, excuse me, we've heard snitching, we've heard everyone asking about Ranken's welfare. I'd encourage everyone who's my age or older, I'm soon to be 50, we are from a different generation. I'd encourage everyone my age or older to go and have a chat with your kids or your grandkids and ask them about their friends at school or their friends in their workplace who look in the mirror and hate themselves because words like that get used in a derogatory sense and they see themselves as lesser because of it. 99% of the conversation this week's been about a bloke who's going to miss a few games of footy. Not 1% of it has been about the people who are actually hurt by this. And if people want to call me woke, that's fine. I'll sleep okay tonight. But have a thought for the people who are actually impacted by these words, and not by the bloke who's going to miss a few games of footy. Because if you want to talk about disproportionate, that's what's disproportionate, not whether he gets 3 or 4 games.
Dave, I think that's exactly why they're trying to stamp it out, and perhaps they haven't gone about it with the right structure of penalty for when they started this off with Jeremy Finlayson last year. And I think you did right. The bottom line is they want it out the game. They want it out the game. They want it out of society. So they're trying to implement that in our game so that it filters out into the community as well. So, as I mentioned earlier in the show, I've got to do a suicide prevention day where I've had training in this space where a lot of young people are battling with their sexuality, and they don't feel the same when words like that are spoken out in public. And Dave's right. They have to look in the mirror and think they're lesser. No, you're not.
And that is
no,
sad.
You're not.
And Dave,
so well done, Dave.
Dave, you're right. But again, our frustration or anger, if you like, if that's what it is toward the AFL with how they handle it. So in my right hand is an AFL illicit drug policy. First strike, second strike, third strike. After the third strike, you get named, but the first 2, it's kept in-house and private. So that's a policy to take drugs. Why can't they have the same for vilification?
I think
so this could have been kept in-house with the integrity, and you say to him...
When you think about
you know what
policy,
I'm trying to say?
Oh, no. The policy on that side...
That's wrong anyway.
Oh,
of course
so
it
wrong.
is. No, of course it is. So they've got this completely wrong. Now it's been the media upbeat or beat up and in the media and all that, and he is right to say that. We're going, oh, poor Isaac, poor Isaac, poor Isaac. What about the people that suffered from it?
Yeah, and that's where the conversation should continue, I believe. Let's give $100 $7.22 voucher away because we've still got one to go. Who do we like?
Well, I just heard Dave, so congratulations, Dave.
David Albin, that can be for you. Well done. We are going to give away right now some FiveAA locker room tickets if you want to get along to tomorrow night's game.
Wow.
If you want to get along, we've got the best seats in the house to farewell Travis Spoke tomorrow night at Adelaide Oval. 8223 0055. Play Timmy G's quiz. We'll do that straight after we check your traffic.
At Wingfield, delays clearing from the Delia crash on the Porter Expressway near Hanson Road. Northfield, urgent Silwork slowing things up there. Hampstead Road near Grand Junction Road, delays inbound. Woodville, residual delays clearing from an earlier crash on Port Road near Woodville Road and Belvie Heights West Watermain, Shepherd's Hill Road near Eden Avenue. Busy South Road, Edwardstown slow, Marion Road, Marion. And thanks to Mick the Cabbie for letting us know there's a camera on site right now. Port Wakefield Road at Jepps Cross. Catch the Naked Gun, the best Naked Gun film since the last one, starring Liam Neeson as Police Squad Detective Frank Drebin and Pamela Anderson in cinemas now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Crows big man Riley O'Brien joins Rowey and Timmy G each week on the 5AA Sports Show. Find out what's going on at Westlakes thanks to Harvey Norman Clearance Centre. Cooking appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, TVs and more. 919 Marion Road, Marion.
The most exhilarating motorsport weekend of the year is here. Brand new endurance epic, the AirTouch 500, September 12 to 14. 500 kilometres of full throttle supercars action, alongside the international stars of the FIA TCR World Tour and Australia's biggest support program. Plus there's trackside camping, live music, food trucks and entertainment for the whole family. And kids 15 and under, they're in free. The AirTouch 500 at the Bend. Tickets at thebend.com.au.
They said launching a ute in Australia was an uphill battle. And the new Kia Tasman wouldn't have it any other way. With 4x4 tech built for tough terrain, it's Kia's most Australian vehicle yet, featuring low-range gearing, ground view monitors and auto rear locking differential in select models. The Kia Tasman didn't reinvent the wheel, it just got dirty. The Kia Tasman, here now at your local Kia dealer.
Kia, movement that inspires.
This is the best Beechwood home yet, a bold new era of Beechwood design. It's now revealed at Craigburn Farm. This multi-level stunner is a masterpiece of innovation, luxury and style.
It's inspired by the glamour of the Palm Springs, California. That's why it's named Caliente, and it's designed for entertaining and effortless relaxation. Now, we went there. You couldn't help but feel relaxed the minute you walked in. It was amazing. It's perched on a high side. It offers breathtaking views, multiple indoor and outdoor living spaces, and a show-stopping pool.
Yeah, you feel like the Caliente, you should walk in with a cowboy hat and chaps, don't you?
Yeah, or I was thinking more of a Zambrero, you know, like a...
But it does. The atmosphere, it's great. Prefer to stay in, lounge by the fireplace, savour a bottle from the climate-controlled wine room, or take the elevator. Yeah, an elevator to explore this incredible home designed for all generations.
The team at Beechwood Homes has gone all out. They can't wait for you to experience the Caliente. It's open Saturdays and Sundays, 1 till 4:30 p.m, and it's at 10 Simon Crescent. That's SYMON Crescent, Craigburn Farm.
Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
Come on in.
We open our doors to people we trust and care about. And for over 90 years, South Australians have been opening their doors to Rest Haven. In turn, we've been opening doors to an easier, better life at home. From personal care to help with the shopping and social outings, you'll welcome the care that Rest Haven brings.
Are you aged between 18 and 65 and generally healthy? You have the power to make a difference for thousands of Australians experiencing multiple sclerosis. CMAX Clinical Research is seeking healthy volunteers to join a clinical trial for a potential multiple sclerosis treatment. Eligible participants will spend 3 nights at CMAX in Adelaide CBD, attend 2 follow-up visits and get paid for their time. Ready to make a worthwhile impact? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
IKEA is here to help you refresh your bedroom with 20% off Malman's select bedroom furniture. Not an IKEA family member yet? Join today. It's free. Offer ends 1st September. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply.
IKEA. Rowey and Timmy G. The FiveAA Sports Show.
At 7 minutes to 6, the teams have dropped for round 24. The last game for Port Adelaide and the final game before finals for the Crows.
You go first here tomorrow night, Timmy. 2 debutants, super exciting.
Correct. Harrison Ram and Ewan McKinlay come in, as well as Rory Atkins for his last game of AFL football.
Rory.
Out is Josh Sin, injured, of course. Ollie Wine suspended and Will Lorenz omitted. So congratulations to the 2 debutants in Harrison Ram and Ewan McKinlay.
Fantastic. And for the Crows, they play Saturday North Melbourne. If they win, they finish top. Laird is back. Draper is in. City boy.
Yeah, about time.
He will keep his spot. You watch this. This kid can play. Dowling, well done to Dowling. And the outs, Ranken, Schomburg and Murphy. Let's go to our quiz because this is a great prize. FiveAA locker room. Here's Timmy.
Oh, g'day, Paul.
How are you, mate?
All right, my friend. So this is nearest the pin. So closest to the target without going over. 6 callers are queued up. If nobody gets it right, we will go back over it again. So, Paul, the question is, how many disposals did Travis Boak have in his first season at Port Adelaide?
Oh, I reckon 22 by...
Get your calculator,
Doing his
mate.
math.
About 200 and... Let me get... 220... I don't know. 225. That'll do.
Paul, Alex. G'day, Alex.
G'day, guys. How are you?
All right. How many disposals did Travis Boak have in his first season?
227.
227. Let's go, Matthew.
Okay, 150.
150. Thanks, Matt. Let's go to Owen.
165.
165. Dave.
325.
325.
That's
and
a big
Tom
year.
at Happy Valley.
50.
50. That's not a good year.
That's clever.
Well, he had 14 games.
Because everyone's gone over.
It is exactly 225. Paul at West Lakes, congratulations.
Wow.
You're going to the locker room.
On the knocker.
I don't believe that because that was a random guess.
Well, you are a random person.
Well done.
Congratulations, mate.
Yeah,
You
10
will see the
disposals a
whole-
game and 5 extras for good luck.
Well done. You will see everything inside that locker room, the FiveAA locker room. You get the reserve seating, the halftime balfours, the continuous 5-hour beverage package. You will love it. Enjoy Bokey's
mate.
last game.
Well done, Paul. Now, we could have wrapped that up right there and then. If he got 225, he wins. Why did you have to do the last 6 call-ups?
Sporting chance?
Sporting chance.
No, but he was right at 225.
Yeah, that's right. But you've got to give the other people...
No, but he's
I've got to give them hope.
We don't want hope.
Live
we
in a
want
land
to win.
of hope.
Live in a land
We've
of
had
hope.
some good winners on the quiz this last couple of days. Someone got it in one the other night, the audio piece.
The audio, the talk.
Gee, we've got some very, very switched-on listeners in the FiveAA locker room tomorrow night. 6 o'clock news time.
The FiveAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Walco is making headlines again for SA's biggest cover-up. If you own a pool, it will affect you in the best possible way. For those whose pool is the main feature of their yard, Walco offer a special mesh cover to keep debris and leaves out, while making your pool area look stunning all through winter. If looks matter, join the great cover-up and ask Walco